Everyone, and welcome to our audio abstract. Just before I go through the paper, I'd like to thank Rob Pacey for inviting us today to provide this abstract, to all of my co-authors for helping me throughout the process, and to the sub-elite female soccer team that participated in the study. I'm Ross Julian, and I currently work at the Institute of Sport and Exercise at the University of Münster in Germany. And today I'm going to go through my article that was published in the middle of last year, titled The Effects of Menstrual Cycle Phase on Physical Performance in Female Soccer Players. So in recent times there's been an increase in research and literature surrounding the female footballer, the vast majority of which has been conducted on the match demands or physical capacities of players. However, when this research has been conducted, specific gender physiology has often been unaccounted for and remains relatively unknown. And one key aspect of gender-specific physiology is the menstrual cycle. So why might the menstrual cycle have an impact on physical performance? Well, throughout the different phases of the menstrual cycle, there are fluctuation and interplay of two key hormones, estrogen and progesterone, and these hormones have been previously linked to altering numerous cardiovascular, respiratory, thermoregulatory, and metabolic parameters. So therefore, it could have implications on exercise physiology and then may affect our soccer-specific activity, which yet remains unknown. So in our study, we originally had 35 players who consented to participate in the study. However, due to our strict inclusion criteria, we ended with 9 players for final analysis. Although it's hard to see here, I'm just going to take you through the testing protocol. So with our 9 players, we took them through a battery of tests, all of which have been used previously to monitor footballers or to dictate the maximal capacities of players in different aspects of football performance, or physical performance. We looked at count movement jump, 30-meter sprint time, and yo-yo intermittent endurance test performance as a measure of endurance. And with this testing protocol, they conducted it on 2 very distinct phases of the menstrual cycle. They did one on the follicular phase, which was during the early follicular phase where the hormones were at their lower concentrations, and within the mid-luteal phase where concentrations of hormones were at their greatest. So we tried to look at the 2 points where the magnitude of the difference in hormone concentrations were at their greatest. So the first thing we wanted to see, and we did see, was an increase of estrogen and progesterone from follicular phase to luteal phase, which would indicate a change of phase, which is great. So let's have a look at our physical parameters. So in all the linear sprinting variables of 0 to 5 meter sprint time, 0 to 10 meter sprint time, and the complete 0 to 30 meter sprint time, we saw no change due to cycle phase, so no impact of cycle phase. And this was also relevant for count movement jump with no impact of cycle phase. However, when we looked at endurance capacity through yo-yo intermittent endurance test, we did actually see a 15% decrease from the follicular phase to the luteal phase. And this was accompanied by a moderate effect size, and also our MBI indicated that there was a possibly harmful effect of performing the maximal endurance capacity test in the luteal phase. And this finding was found in 78% of our population, so the vast majority found that they had a decrease in performance from follicular to the luteal phase. Obviously, we didn't look into the exact mechanisms for why this happened in our study. However, this has been previously attributed to changes in heat regulation, substrate availability, and metabolism. So, for example, body temperature changes approximately 0.3 to 0.5 degrees from in the luteal phase, and this has been previously noted to limit prolonged exercise capabilities and increase cardiovascular strain, and this might be the reason for the reduced performance in the luteal phase. Okay, so having a look at our limitations of our study, our study actually didn't deploy a randomized counterbalance design. So all the players completed the follicular phase first and the luteal phase second, and this was done due to the way in which we determined the retrospective cycle phase. Also, another key point would be that our values of estrogen and progesterone was actually different to that of the normal general population. However, it must be noted that unfortunately at present, values for the athletic population are yet to be defined. Also, we have quite a low N in this study, so we have 9 participants. Even though this is in range with actually previous literature looking at menstrual cycle phase on physical performance, the results might not accurately represent the wider female soccer population. So what can we take from what we found today? Well, due to the current findings, practitioners should keep in mind menstrual cycle phase and try and keep that constant when completing routine physical assessment with their players. So if they can do endurance testing, they try and keep all players within the follicular phase when they do their multiple tests. However, this is often easier said than done in the team situation. So as long as practitioners keep in mind or have at least recorded the cycle phase in which they performed the physical tests, then this can be considered when actually interpreting the results. Yep. Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening. If you want to ask me any questions or you're further interested in the paper or anything else I'm doing, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm on ResearchGate. My Twitter handle is rossjulian88, and of course you can email me at julianr@wwu.de. Thank you very much.